So this is going to be a rant. And I've never done that before, so I suggest you stick around and see how I fumble, because I'll probably fail at this, and it'll probably be fun.
Hi, I'm Simon from All Sweden.
Hi, I'm Hugh, also from All Sweden. And you're watching LiveProg.
Let me take another sip of my coffee before I start. And yeah, that was a real sip, by the way. It's not an empty cup. So, hello there, welcome to LiveProg. My name is Marcel Haster, and yeah, a rant. Now, it may seem a bit odd that I do this, that I am going to explain to you that there's a lot of stuff I have an opinion about, but I don't often voice it. Now you may think, you have a YouTube channel, you do reviews, of course you have an opinion, of course you share that. In a way, yes, I do, but there are also some things that I have an opinion about and I don't always share it. Because I don't know exactly how to, well, vocalize it. And often I also like, who's waiting for my opinion, you know? But in this case, I decided to because of a recent event, add some things that have been kind of bothering me for a long time and just put it all into one video and just get it out there. And I've been mulling this over in the drive from work to home, which, including traffic jams, was about an hour, so I had a lot of time to think about it. I got some messages from people that also gave me inspiration about it, so I'm putting all these ingredients together in this one rant. And yes, it is pretty much ignited, let me put it that way, by the recent announcement by Rush.
Hi, we're going back on tour.
And that created, of course, a whole discussion on the interweb. Everybody has an opinion about it, of course. I'm voicing one as well. So I dug into this because I was curious about it. I'm not the biggest Rush fan. I mean, I gotta be honest, this one, Time Machine, that one really got me like, hey man, this is good stuff. So I'm really happy I bought this one because that made me listen to Rush a lot more. Now, of course, January 2020, Neil Peart, how do you pronounce it correctly, passed away, unfortunately. And he was an amazing drummer. I mean, a lot of people say, you know, best drummer in the world. And then you got 5 years later, almost 6 years later, you got an announcement that, Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson are going back out there as Rush. Then, of course, everybody's like, who's going to replace Neil Peart? You can't replace Neil Peart. All discussion will make it even worse when they announced who will be their touring drummer. That's a very important thing. It's a touring drummer. It's not a band member. This drummer will support Geddy and Alex on the tour. Anika Nilles, a female drummer from Germany, who played with, amongst others, Jeff Beck, who does a lot of solo work. I watched some of the videos of her working, and I am no expert, but I think she can handle it. You get the whole discussion, that it's a woman, that someone is replacing Neil Peart, all those things. First of all, the simple fact that Alex and Geddy have played with her and decided to hire her for the tour means they are confident that she's going to be great. I mean, these guys have such an impressive career that I think they can judge whether someone is good enough or not good enough. So that's one thing. Secondly, with the video that Geddy and Alex did, it was a lot of fun to watch when they announced the whole thing. They did it really tongue-in-cheek, was really nice, but they said a few things.
You know, we're musicians and we're players. I just love playing our songs again.
Now, this is the part where I find it interesting. I mean, there are a lot of bands out there who had members that passed away or that left, and bands continued. I mean, look at Yes, for example. I mean, how many lineup changes did they have? And there's a lot of debate going on. Can this band still be called Yes? Well, I won't go into that debate, but into the whole idea of when a member passes away or leaves the band and the remaining members want to continue, can they do that under the same name? Is it still the same band? In the case of Rush, they're doing their 50th something tour. So they've been around it for 50 years, doing it as Rush. Because of the fact that Neil passed away, does that mean that it's over for them? That they can never play their songs again? Well, maybe they can play songs, but don't call it Rush anymore. Why not? They are Rush. I mean, it used to be 3 guys. It's unfortunately 2 guys, but they're still Rush. In a way, I mean, it's their decision. So I'm good with that. I'll dig into that a little deeper because I have another interesting example about that. Then they maybe added even more. I mean, that's something I didn't hear anything about though, because in the same video that they mentioned the drummer, they also mentioned that they're gonna probably add more musicians to the show, like a keyboard player, so that Geddy can finally be just a bass player and singer. Fortunately, he did say that he will play the signature keyboard parts on Tom Sawyer, because, well, that's kind of obligatory. And they're probably going to add another guitar player so that Alex Lifeson also can have more freedom to focus on other things. Now, I'll bring it up again. When I saw Time Machine, and probably a lot of other live concerts, live DVDs by Rush, you see 3 guys playing the music. Now it's going to be 5 people on stage, so that's a change again. I understand where they're going with that. I mean, these guys get older, maybe they can't play everything anymore, so they just add something to take the pressure a little bit off so that they can have fun. Because, like Alex said, they're musicians, they're players, they want to play the songs that they have been writing, recording and performing, and they love to do that. So I think it's awesome that they do that. Now, as a fan, you have pretty much 2 choices. And there's a lot of people who do 3 choices. Option number 1, you can just go out there, you can enjoy it. You can give it a chance, you can enjoy it. Option number 2 is pretty much if you don't enjoy it, or if in advance you think, no, it's not for me, then don't listen. Don't go to the show, don't buy a ticket. Buy tickets for other artists. There are so many amazing other musicians out there besides Rush that don't get a chance because of everybody's talking about Rush these days. So you can go to another show. But there is this third group, this third option, bitch and moan on Facebook, on social media about it. And that's what a lot of people are doing. And of course, that's where we live in. We live in a world where everybody goes online and vent their frustrations. I was reading a comment on Facebook for crying out loud about someone that said, you know, there was a time when on Facebook you shared the fun things with each other and everything, but in recent years Facebook has been a place to complain, to bitch, to spread, well, stuff that is not very constructive, just a lot of negativity. And I'm keeping it family friendly here. I can use a lot of other words, but I won't do that. So that's what happens. And if I look at myself, if you look at the videos I did on LiveProg, if you're Dutch and you followed my comic book channel, you get the same idea there. I've always done positive reviews. For the simple reason that I make these videos because I love music. And I'm not on YouTube or on whatever social media to get clicks, to get likes, to get whatever. Otherwise I would have done a whole lot of different channel than talk about prog, because prog is still a niche, and I'm a small fish, but I like it because I love the music. And I don't make videos to say, oh man, and complain about a terrible band, a terrible album, whatever. I am not gonna waste my time on that. I want to use my time for the positive things. So, going back to Rush, if I don't like the idea that they replace Neil Peart, they replace him with a female drummer from Germany, and a bunch of other reasons, well, then I have a simple choice. I'm just not going to listen to it. I'm not just going to do a show. I'm not going to follow the news. I'm going to focus my attention on something else. Case closed. We're done. Now, it can be that simple. Yeah, it can be that simple, actually. Queen is another interesting example. When Freddie Mercury died, wow, it was heartbroken. I mean, I'm a big Queen fan. I love them. I grew up with them. So when Freddie Mercury was passed away, yeah, and then there was this certain point that the guys from Queen continued. Well, not everyone. John Deacon quit. He retired as a musician. For him, it was very simple. Without Freddie Mercury, there is no Queen. So he decided to, well, stop being a musician, go back to civil life. I respect that decision. At the same time, Roger Taylor and Brian May wanted to keep Queen alive, wanted to continue, play the songs. I can respect their decision as well, because I can understand it. It's been their life. And all of a sudden, they should not be doing that anymore. And they tried out vocalists, and at a certain point, they stuck with the vocalist, Adam Lambert. And I will be honest, as much as I love Queen, I watched a show with Adam Lambert. I didn't like it. No, it was not my thing. I didn't like it. I mean, vocally, he might be a great singer, he might be a great performer, but I didn't enjoy it. So I decided I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to keep an eye on Queen anymore. I'm not going to listen to their music anymore. Well, I'm only going to listen to the original, the lineup with Freddie Mercury. That's what I'm going to listen to. Everything besides that, I'm not just going to spend any time on that. I could, of course, go online and say how much I hate Adam Lambert, how much I hate that Queen got a new singer and ruining Freddie Mercury's legacy. I don't know, whatever. I could do that. But I don't, because I don't want to waste my time on that. I want to waste my time on interesting things. As a third example I have, and that is something because I got a message today, and this band, I love this band very much, Everon, a German band. If you're not familiar with them, I did a few videos on their music. I did an interview with Oliver Phillips. This is the latest album. It was released in February of this year, 2025. When they were recording this album, something sad happened. The drummer passed away. You get the idea where I'm going with, right? He passed away while they were recording the album. Now, and they didn't record all the songs yet. So at that point, the band was like, well, what are we going to do? Are we going to leave it here? Stop? Never release the music? Stop recording and everything? Would that be a good thing? I mean, if the drummer would have come down from the afterlife and saw this, would he be happy that they did that? Or would they thought like, why aren't they carrying on? You know, the band decided to carry on. They got another drummer who was a big fan of the band, Jason Gianni. I did an interview with him as well. You can watch it on LiveProg. He stepped in and he did the remaining songs of the album. He played the drum parts on it, and he, well, did it in his own way. He did not try to be Moshe's Christian Mose. He didn't. He was his own man and played the parts on this album, and it is a phenomenal album from start to finish. I'm happy that Everon continued finishing the album rather than just quitting because of the fact that their drummer passed away. So this is something a little bit similar. Bands can decide for themselves what to do or not. That's pretty much the bottom line. I could have started with that. I could have done this video in like 30 seconds. Bands can decide for themselves. We can either decide to listen to it or not listen to it. That is pretty much all there is to it. And going online and complaining about it might be nice, might start up discussions and everything. But in the end, I think it's a waste of time. Time you can spend more enjoying nice things. So yeah, I'm ranting, but I'm kind of ranting against ranting and trying to tell you guys that you shouldn't rant and do positive things. I told you, I'm going to fumble, I'm going to fail at this. I'm not good at ranting. For the simple reason, I don't like to be talking about all these negative things. But still, I wanted to make this video because this is something that's been kind of bugging me for years. This whole debate and everything, and this was maybe even the drop that I decided. You know what? I'm gonna speak out, share my thoughts with you. You can agree with my thoughts. You cannot agree with my thoughts. We live in a free world, at least. Some parts we're still free to have our own opinions, fortunately, which is good. And as long as we respect each other's opinions, we're all good. We're all good. So that's kind of what I wanted to throw out in the world. Yeah, I don't know why. I just wanted to speak out for once, but I normally would not speak out. Normally I would just like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna start up something. No, I am starting up something this time. For once in my life, maybe. Maybe I'm enjoying it. Maybe I'll do it more. I don't know. So yeah, those are my thoughts. And now I'm a little bit curious. What are your thoughts? How do you feel about this? And please keep it respectful in the comments. I mean, if you are a person that would like to go out on social media and complain about it and everything, I mean, I respect that too. I personally think it's a waste of time, but I respect that you do that. As long as you keep it civil here in the comment section under this video, then I appreciate it. And you can share your opinion as well. Share your opinion about this whole thing, not just about Rush, but also the Queen thing, the Everon thing. Maybe you have some examples of your own. Share them here under this video. I look forward to reading them and maybe have a nice discussion about that. So that's what I wanted to say. I'm going to shut up now and I'm going to do something more constructive, like work on interviews, because I have been talking to some really amazing musicians about interviews and I still need to schedule them. I still need to come up with questions. I need to, when I schedule them, record them, edit them, and post them on the channel so you guys can watch them. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna love them because there's some really nice interviews that are still somewhere in the future will be arriving here on LiveProg. So stay tuned for that and listen to Rush or whatever music you prefer. Listen to the things that make you happy. That's the most important thing. Do that. Make what makes you happy. And again, if complaining on social media makes you happy, go ahead, do it. All right, thanks for watching. And well, since I got nothing other planned, I'll probably, hopefully, see you guys on Tuesday.